crib. I'm saying, please stop smoking in my crib. I'm turning around, getting up, stop smoking in my crib. There's mad in this, and only two of them are mine. Yaya Morgan, mad. I'm saying, stop smoking in my crib. Please stop. Yaya's over here trying to worry about the cams, Morgan. It's, you feel me? It's like just a whole lot of, it's a mess of a situation. I'm just saying, please stop smoking in my crib. That's all I'm saying. Please respect that. Please. Y'all can literally go outside and smoke y'all weed in my backyard or the front, but I know some might not want to smoke in the front. So I offer the backyard. Please go to the back. I say this in a clip. Still smoking in this shit. That's the situation. That's what happened. I don't know why that dipped. I think it was tight that they couldn't smoke, saying, why would you invite if you can't smoke? Or I don't tell you to stop streaming. Don't tell me to stop smoking. What? Smoking's your job? Like, this don't make no sense. Streaming, this is my passion, my purpose. What do you mean tell me stop streaming in my own crib? So I don't know. Hey, I ain't really see that, but I'm not trying to work with who don't respect me. I don't give a if you're Fabio Foreign, Lil Tjay, or if you're, I don't know, Decorum. It don't matter. If you don't respect what I do, I don't want to work with you.
Now, mind you, who he was referencing in the clip was Asian Doll, but we'll get to her in a second. So let me ask y'all this. Based off of the situation and based off of what we have right now, based off of what we just shown, how do y'all think that the situation was handled from all parties involved? Just up to the point where Max responds, or he gives his analysis the next day.
It was only handled right by one person, and that was Max. From the clip I see, and I guess I didn't see the whole clip because I didn't see where he told him to get out, but he asked people kindly to stop smoking. He asked respectfully, yo, can y'all not smoke in here? It's a B&B. The shit's gonna go off. You just not smoking here. That's how you go about it. That was the right way to go about it. Them weak ass wash clowns are the ones that took it too far, and niggas is whack for that.
Yeah, you know what's funny? And you didn't reveal them yet. All the clips yet. I assume you're going to. So we're just gonna stick to the exact question here. But it's funny. I originally was gonna come over here and actually, just get riled up because the shit was pissing me off on Twitter. I was like, yo, this is like everybody's main thing is, hey bro, I just need my respect. Like no matter where you're from, who you are, I just need my respect. That's the main thing. I just need respect. And then flagrant disrespect is shown. And granted, majority are on Max's side, like I am, by the way. But like the fact that there's discourse in everything kind of pisses me off. How does anybody view what the foreign nigga in what's the other dude? TJ, yeah, I know Lil Tjay. I don't listen to Fabio like that. But yeah, how did they view what they've done is like not disrespectful is kind of crazy to me. Like, I don't give a fuck what your occupation is. That's just blowing smoke in my face is crazy, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you. All for me asking you not to smoke, blowing faces, that's corny. That's just corny. I don't even have much to say after that. I apologize. I mean, we have more context, therefore I'll have more to say later. But man, thus far, as far as this point in the timeline, that was just corny. There's nothing even else to really talk about.
Yeah, just to build on Sage's point, like, how did y'all want him to handle it? Is my question. And apparently Lil Tjay did answer that question, and his answer is like crazy, because what Max did wasn't far off from it. But like, did they want Max to press him off rip, like on some yo, stop smoking, stop? Like, that's not what he did. You know what I'm saying? It was multiple warnings as well. It wasn't just one, and you gotta dip. Like, I just don't know how they wanted Max to handle that situation for.
Oh yeah, if I haven't seen that side, so if anybody thinks Max handled it incorrectly, let me be clear. First of all, he's correct when he said it. Anybody that wants Max to get up and just like pick up fucking Lil Tjay by his neck and kick him out that wasn't gonna happen. He already explained that 90% of the niggas you see on the screen weren't his. That's just stupid. I hate to be that guy. I understand toxicity and violence is what human nature kind of prefers to see, but yeah, that would have been dumb and immature, to be very honest with you. But more than that, he wasn't disrespectful when he said, hey yo bro, there's a smoke detector, it'll go off, it's B&B, we'll get kicked out. Just don't smoke in here. You can smoke outside or something like that. He said that like 4 times. At what point? And then the worst part is And then this is not even necessarily an indictment on Omar's introducing the subject. He didn't even kick him out. he didn't even kick him out. They literally just left at some point after blowing smoke in his face and continued smoking. It's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I can't say that because I forgot we got a new audience. They gonna think I'm playing, or they gonna think I'm serious. I put Lil Tjay on his neck though. I ain't gonna lie. I did some Google searches. We could do it together. Lil Tjay's height. He's 5'6". Now
You got it.
Max is also a shorter dude. But just looking at them, I would guess that Lil Tjay is 5'6", closer to like 110. You know, is that crazy? Am I off?
Oh no, you're not off at all. He's definitely built like an TV.
And I would say that Max is definitely closer to the 150, 160. Max is a little stocky.
We've seen him.
Max is a little stocky. I'd put that nigga on his neck. And Fabio is 35. So I don't know.
Fabio's he's in his 30s.
Yeah, Fabio's
He's in his 30s.
Wow.
Fabio was old when he started rapping.
Fabio Foreign was like 28 when he blew up.
Not know that.
And
I don't even
years ago.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to say I don't even know if he's 30. He's 34. He'll be 35 this year. That's not a joke. I'm reading
that. Come on, man.
Yeah, he's doing that, but that's because
go ahead. No.
He's doing that because, and let's be real, Max did handle it wrong. Actually, when I think about it, because the way they wanted him to handle it was just be a bitch. Because these is real street niggas,
man. Yeah,
real street niggas, and you just a streamer.
Please. Yeah,
you just a streamer.
Can I say the counter argument here, or do you want?
Well, no, I'll play the counter argument, but I do want to ask Damo as the resident addict on the pod, by his own volition, by his own words.
There's a micro subject about that.
That is his words. How do you handle that sort of situation where like somebody tells you can't smoke inside?
The same way y'all see, we've been to me and B's, and y'all see what I do. Go outside. I'm outside with it. I'm a smoke outside. We have been to 2 B&Bs together. Well, 1 B&B, me, Souls, and Sage. Well, all 4 of us, but y'all know.
Yeah.
I smoked outside when I was able to smoke. Went outside to smoke, left it at that, and kept it pushing. And if there was no weed, I mean, I don't want to make no assumptions. I don't feel like I was acting any differently than my normal self when I wasn't high. But if I can't smoke, I can't smoke. It's not that deep.
Yeah,
So,
we could. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I want to introduce the other stuff because I think that's where we're talking around how they responded, but let's just hear how they respond. Let's just hear how TJ responds to the situation.
But if I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro, like I pulled up for Favi, Playboy, Black Boy Max. No disrespect, I deadass didn't know you. I deadass never heard of you. I pulled up for Favi, bro. Everywhere I go, I be smoking. I pay the fine. How much this shit cost, bro? Real shit, gang. How much this shit cost, bro? Whatever. You got this whole shit, gang. It's you. It's you, gang. Like, I feel me. I don't even just deal with niggas like that, bro. I don't know who you is. I feel me. I walk in, I got some whole other shit on my mind. I understand I came through with 20 goons, how you say. Wasn't that many, but I'm TJ, gang. I'm in New York. How you think I'm coming, bro? Feel me? And my fault, I came through, fucked up your crib. It ain't the end of the world, nigga. I ain't no sorry ass nigga. It is what it is, bro. I told you, bro. You be alright, bro. I pay for that shit. Maybe one day we link up another day. And to why I didn't, I ain't gonna lie. I just felt like you like, yo, one, it felt like smell like weed already. 2, you like on some, yo, stop smoking. Thank you. Nigga, I'm a hood nigga, bro. Regardless of the Lil Tjay image, which I'm trying to, feel me, keep a mid-ground now, bro. Like, I still damn near feel like he was talking a little crazy, bro. Like, niggas ain't never do that. Y'all never been somewhere, no smoking, walk off, hit the from the hood gang. How sensitive y'all gonna be, nigga? It is what it is, bro. Life go on, bro. That's how y'all wanna spend y'all day worrying about it? Damn. That's what they worry about, 50.
You worry about the wrong thing.
Y'all worry about me smoking in the house.
Pray for Cali.
You worry about me smoking in the house.
So what makes this even weirder? I'm gonna show Asian Dolls because she's involved in this, but she's not involved in this. She says don't invite rappers if they can't smoke. And then somebody replies to her, it's called respect though. And then she says, it's called tell us we can't smoke before we come. Where the conversation really starts is right here. I bet we give you all the respect by not coming. Now, what Fabio Foreign said, I think was a joke, in all honesty, when he was like, yo, if it was Brooklyn, he did it in Brooklyn. If it was Jersey, I would have not smoked. I think he was joking. Like, I'm not gonna take that away from him. But I think what Asian Doll said right here is where the conversation starts. It's called tell us we can't smoke before we come. I bet we give you all the respect by not coming. I gotta ask, do rappers think that they're bigger than streamers?
Oh, I didn't think that's where you were gonna go with that.
Because how can she afford not? If Max, if any streamer called Asian Doll and said pull up, is she too big for them?
I think they're bigger than every streamer outside of Kai. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't even think. I would say Speed, obviously, but they might not even know about Speed because Speed has a different audience.
Bezos, I'm about to blow your mind. Asian Doll isn't bigger than Jason the Ween.
Yeah, no.
Asian Doll,
but that's what I'm saying. I don't
Asian
think they know
Doll,
that.
she's not even bigger than Kalani Rogers or whatever that girl name is.
That's what I'm saying though. I don't think she knows that. So like from Lil Tjay even like telling his story, he pulled up, which I think is cap too, because he FaceTime Max. There was like a bunch of motherfuckers in the room, and then he pulls up, yo, chat, what's good? And chat is obviously mad active. But again, I don't think Lil Tjay knew who Platinum Max was. And I do think he would have acted different in that situation if it was Kai's stream. So
Bezos, Little Tjay is not bigger than Max.
I know. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
You say everybody outside of Kai. That's why. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
Outside of Kai, they are bigger. I mean, no, they're not. It's just not the case no more. I didn't know he was gonna take a dare. I had a whole different like argument prepared in my head for what I was gonna say. In that instance, I just don't like this bitch. I don't know why she's talking. She always gets involved in shit. I really don't like this.
But you don't think that she shares the same sentiments and mindset? Like even Lil Tjay said,
I'm a lot of rappers. Yes,
I'm Lil Tjay, bro. I'm Lil Tjay.
I will say, yes, they do share the sentiments of all the other D tier, piss poor, washed rappers. Yeah, they do. They all share that mindset, which is why they're not shitting right now. Like that. That's why they're not shitting no more. Because that mindset. Because you would rather smoke weed than go handle business and do something productive. I guarantee you, if Fabio Foreign and Lil Tjay put the fucking weed down and pulled up and did in the booth, they would have made the biggest song they made in the last 3 years. I promise you, they would have had the most buzz they've had in a long time. No one has gave a fuck about Lil Tjay since he's been shot. Full stop. No one cares. Like I don't know what he's done since he's been shot. When he was on, I didn't give a fuck about Little Tjay fake boogie with a sweatshirt. That's fake A boogie. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. Fabio Foreign genuinely has not been relevant since he was on Double XL. If niggas cannot put a business opportunity like this to help themselves reach an audience that can really push them because they want to smoke inside, niggas said, oh, his face smell like weed anyway. Yeah, dickhead. He doesn't want you smoking on camera so the nigga that owns the B&B can see niggas smoking. That nigga can't smell. He don't know unless he pulls up. So even if niggas did smoke, don't smoke with the cameras on stream, dickhead. That's the point. But niggas don't think that way because everyone has egos. Niggas think they still in 2020, 2019, and this shit's sad.
Man, I hate niggas. I ain't gonna lie. I just hate niggas sometimes, man. I mean, and like the worst part is, and I was talking about it earlier, like the fact that there is any like remote pushback, bro. Like that's kind of what triggers me about this whole situation. So now you've heard his response flagrantly say, I'm Lil Tjay, I'm a street nigga. It's what we do. like my nigga. What and the worst part is it's either a bunch of niggas that just want to be heard, a bunch of niggas that might be street, might not be street, but they just want to be heard as a street nigga. It's a bunch of raccoons, and it's a bunch of Jimmys and Karens talking about facts. But all y'all shut your dumb asses up, bro. Because I swear to God, it's just like, that shit just blows me, bro. The fact that we're really about to sit here and, like, I know I'm talking about, like, the 20%. But, like, the fact that there's a genuine 20% that's like, hey, gang, that nigga spitting, he's lived a tougher life, bro. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, what are we talking about, bro? We're on camera right now. I swear to God, we're on camera. We're streaming. Everybody's just supposed to have a good time. Nigga said you can smoke outside, smoke literally, and all, whatever the fuck. Just don't smoke in the room, my nigga. That's it. I don't know how somehow, some way, rap culture is so synonymous with weed that you're allowed to basically do that shit anywhere at any time for no reason. It's just, and then you could cross the line of respect. It's just so dumb, bro. It's just so dumb to me.
Sage, one of the counter arguments in this conversation, I want to hear your opinion on it, is the way Max responded. He sounded sassy.
Okay, so let's go over all the ways that Max
I just want to, like, specifically in the first clip where he's like, yo, Lil Tjay, can you stop smoking it? He said, I appreciate it, before, like, Lil Tjay could even respond. So it's on.
Yeah, I saw that. Maybe that's what you're gonna hold on to. Here's my thing, bro. Here's my thing, right? All right, boom. The nigga Max acts like a bitch on camera. He's now a bitch on camera. So if Max were to go, Mr. TJ, Mr. Fabio, if you could please ever so lightly not smoke in here, I don't want to lose my B&B. And then they smoke again anyway, he would never ask them again, because at that point his initial question was in a bitch made ass way. So it is what it is. Now, did he have to say appreciate it perhaps? No, I don't think. Sure, in a world, again, there's discourse everywhere. He didn't ask it in the most angelic, perfect way possible. I guess. I think that's kind of a nasty gaslight to the situation though. Because if a nigga said that, I'd be like, damn, all right. That's as far as it would go. It would literally be like, damn, I wouldn't smoke in the room again. I wouldn't smoke in the room again a third time. I wouldn't smoke in the room again a fourth time, and then the fifth time blow it in his face. So that's why I'm saying, like, the fact that there's a couple of cornball ass niggas in the chat, the fact that there's cornball ass niggas on Twitter, the fact that there's cornball ass rappers that stand in this shit, all you niggas corny as fuck, bro. Because I swear to God, it's just a matter of just being a half decent human being. It's not a matter of anything fucking else. Not a matter of occupation or looking tough. It's quite literally, dog, just don't smoke in the nigga shit. That's it. That's all it had to be.
I wanna say this, because I really don't care about the altercation. I care about the aftermath and the thought process behind making the business decisions. I can show y'all right now. I'm on the Breakfast Club's YouTube page. I gotta go 3 weeks back before they have an original interview with an artist, like a new artist. Well, really with any artist on the Breakfast Club. 3 weeks back between Corday and Doechii. And then there's one from Boss Man D-Lo in here somewhere. I think it's, yeah, right here. That's also 3 weeks back. And then you gotta scroll for a minute. I'm talking about a new artist that's making music, not like bringing up Fat Joe, not them re-releasing clips of J. Cole. But you gotta scroll back for real. Like I'm still scrolling. We're a month now. Oh shit, that Doechii interview was from a month ago. My bad. I thought it was from 3 weeks ago. You still gotta scroll back. Jacquees's interview was from a month ago. I think that Corday one was 3 weeks ago. We'll call that 3 weeks ago because he ends up on Sway. And then I can also go to like Sway, and it looks similar-ish. They just have a different style of rapper on here. But a lot of these are old rappers, you know, like A$AP Ferg and Rhapsody's probably still making music, but you know. And then I go on Hot 97, which has Funk Flex and Ebro in the Morning. Their page looks the same. Why I'm saying this is, yo, those traditional platforms aren't like putting out content based on rap music anymore. It's clear, like I see that now. Is pretty evident, right? I think one of the only places where rappers or entertainers, because we didn't even really see too many entertainers, rappers and entertainers can get their shit off and have conversations is on the streams. So to think that you would do that in one of the only places that's accepting you, where people would find your music, like new people would find your music. I mean, Plaque Max literally just put out a song with DDG. That song is #1 on Apple's.
Yeah, I ain't even heard it yet, but I did see it was trending.
It's #1 on Apple's rap charts, right? And then Neon had LiAngelo Ball on stream, played the Tweaker
Just a snippet.
Whoa.
Song drops. It's #8 on the Spotify charts, and I actually think that that's the Spotify charts no genre, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
So this is one of the only places in which you can truly get that type of love, get that type of push, get that type of publicity. And your publicity for somebody whose intention was to come on there and make music was about weed.
Apparently, Lil Tjay wasn't even invited. I don't know if y'all saw that.
I don't.
He just
I
showed
don't.
up.
Yeah, I don't
care.
know what the truth is. Yeah,
I don't. That's
but
apparently
I see
that's
where
the
Omar's
truth. But
going
I don't
with
get
it,
the. I don't
yeah.
give a fuck about that. You got the opportunity. And it might be Glaze. You got the opportunity to be on Kai stream, Max stream, whatever the case may be. It's the only time you're gonna get any pub. And you do something. This is the new mainstream media. You wouldn't do that on television. You wouldn't do that at the Breakfast Club. You would not take light of the opportunity that you have there. So why is it with streamers they disrespect it?
Well, because, man, I can't wait for this to happen. Because niggas have this perception about streamers that niggas is just dweebs. That niggas is just lame ass niggas. And I promise you, one day, a Lil Tjay and Fabio are gonna pull up on the wrong streamer. And it might not be them specifically, but it's gonna be a rapper. He's gonna pull up on the wrong streamer. He's not gonna pull up on Aiden Ross. He's not gonna pull up on Kai. He's not gonna pull up on Speed. They're gonna pull up on a nigga that decided to stream. And they're gonna try that shit, and shit is gonna go left. And then niggas are gonna realize, oh wow, not all streamers are dweebs. But that's just, that's just all it's gonna take. Eventually it's gonna happen. But it's funny because niggas don't try this shit with Zeus and B-Lou. Ever. Them niggas have been around a ton of rappers. Niggas don't ever disrespect them like that. And the time they did, it was smoke. Niggas got into it. I think the only rapper that disrespect them was who? Cardi B? And they got into it. Like, niggas don't disrespect them.
These souls, man, I need your help.
What's going on?
Look, man, it's the holiday season. I'm running low on funds. I can edit a video. I can write out some analytics. Like, what can I do for you, man? What can I do?
But luckily, with our sponsors at PrizePicks, you can actually win a lot of money on their app. This is our favorite way to play daily fantasy sports.
B-Souls, how's that going to help me now?
With quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and statistics to choose from, PrizePicks definitely has your daily fantasy sports needs covered. It's pretty easy to make lineups on PrizePicks. They have a bunch of different sports you can choose from. And then within those sports, they have a bunch of different categories. You can go to points, rebounds, assists. And if you really know what you're doing, all you got to do is click more or less on your favorite player, and you can win a bunch of money on PrizePicks. All you got to do is select more, select less. Just make sure they're not on the same team. Put in the amount you're comfortable with, and press submit lineup to submit a lineup.
Oh, snap. I'm going to be good this holiday season, and it's all thanks to PrizePicks. Shouts out to PrizePicks, man. Y'all know Jello is performing at Rolling Loud?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
Within
is
like the
fucking
first
nuts.
week of the month, that's insane.
When is the last time, and they're not even a mainstream. I'm being so dead ass. The last time I can think of any other quote unquote traditional outlet doing something like this, and I can't even really say they're traditional because I think that they're based on YouTube, but they do traditional radio. Is when Boss Man D-Lo did that freestyle and blew up. Some people might say Concrete Boys, I guess, but last time somebody blew up off of going the traditional media route and having a fire interview, fire freestyle was Boss Man D-Lo. But for the most part, rap has been held, whether it's academics pushing the news, whether it's Kai Cenat listening to some shit and telling you how to feel about it. Rap has been pushed through these streamers and content creators.
I'm telling you, I genuinely feel like the only streamer these rappers take serious is literally Kai, maybe Aiden. Outside of that, they don't know how big Plaque Max's platform is. Like if Jason invited them on, they wouldn't know like what that would do for their brand. Like it's not because Kai's everywhere. Like a lot of rap pages are posting him too. So and he's done like specifically a lot of celebrity guests. A lot of them have been rappers. But Max is kind of new to this like guest space. So again, in their eyes, it is Kai, Aiden. Who the fuck is everyone else? That's what they're thinking. I'm telling you.
But see, and this is why, and I put this tweet out not too long ago, when are niggas gonna start innovating instead of just copying and doing what other niggas is doing? Because you have situations like this. Now these music labels, these managers or whatever, just feel like, all right, bet there's a streamer with a little bit of motion. Let's get my artist on this stream. The artists don't know these niggas, so they have no respect for these niggas. So you have situations like this. You have situations like, even with as big as Kai was, situations like Blueface and Krishan Rock, when they went on his shit and disrespected him, all these rappers and going on these streaming platforms and just doing, when niggas went on Aiden Ross stream, I forgot who it was exactly went on there and
Cardi
disrespected
did him
him.
dirty.
Cardi,
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Yep. Niggas just
Aiden was already
Right.
stretching it, by the way, but before you go,
Yeah,
like,
I'm about
do you
to say,
think
Aiden was
I ain't-
stretching it, but I'm just saying this is the issue with that. Niggas need to start being very, very conscious of A, the rappers they're bringing on their platform, and B, if niggas know who they are, bruh, just stop getting a rapper on a platform for the sake of them being a rapper. Vet these niggas, please.
But what's the other route that they can go? I'm telling you, it's not. I'm being so honest with you. I think I would even go as far as to say Breakfast Club is turning this stuff down. Like, they're turning down interviews because A, they have a little bit of a different audience, but B, it's just not going to hit. It's not going to be worth anybody's time. Like, they know that they are not what pushes the culture from that aspect anymore.
Are you saying from the perspective of the rappers or the streamers? Because I'm talking from the perspective of the streamers, not the rappers.
Oh, you talking? Oh, okay. I see what you're
Yeah, I'm
saying.
saying the streamers need to be vetting these people, make sure they are familiar with their content at a little bit, familiar with their audience, or know what they're getting themselves into a little bit, or anything. There should not be a blind date to bringing a rapper to your crib and bringing them on your platform, because you have situations like this. In terms of what the rappers would do, nigga, that's not my problem. If you can't get booked nowhere, that shows you don't need to be a rapper no more, my nigga. Boot the stream up yourself. If Fabio and Lil Tjay can't get interviews anywhere else and they have to rely on these streamers, but streamers don't want to bring them on because niggas can't even not smoke when asked nicely a couple of times, then nigga, you're just not gonna get booked nowhere. So now, hey, put the fries in the bag, Lil Tjay. I don't know what to tell you. I don't give a fuck about the rapper perspective. I'm talking from the creators.
Yeah, I think from the creator perspective, they're starting to realize like how big their power is or their platform is. Like, if we think about it in the media that we consume, when it comes to rappers, the biggest platforms, the biggest way people consume music now is through social media. And I can only imagine, like, when TikTok ends, I know it's gonna sound crazy, Kai's voice is gonna be bigger for music than like anybody else. Academics' voice, and it already is, but it's gonna be bigger than any traditional radio thing. And the same thing with sports. Like, it's already happened. People aren't going to sit down with Stephen A. People aren't going to sit down with Ramona Shelburne, and nobody really gives a fuck about that. They're looking for all the smoke interview, not Stephen A. My bad. The Club Shay Shay interview. They're looking for the Kelsey brothers interview. That's where people are looking for. So it's all it's gonna really take, and I think they're getting it, is that content creators are gonna learn their power and what they can do, and they're gonna start being more and more selective. And these people if you mess it up, I'm being disrespectful and not taking this to the weeds outside. You're gonna write a death sentence, because the stuff that this can do now is crazy.
I think in this conversation we kind of steered a little bit, and sometimes even perhaps didn't give like the other side that shouldn't exist a little bit of fairness, in the sense, like, for example, with Zeus, you would expect that you're okay to smoke because them niggas, like, the whole gimmick is that they're fucking fried, right? Or perhaps in what were you talking about, Breakfast Club or something like that? Like, perhaps it's a different-ish environment. So certain artists belong in certain venues and certain artists don't. I think that's kind of something where these streamers, as you're talking about, need to finally come to terms with. Like, gang, not all of these artists are good on camera. Like, I think that's just what niggas need to accept, rather than hunting for the name and or just for the fact that they are a rapper. For example, you don't have these issues with T-Pain. You don't have these issues with Snoop. You don't have these issues with Glorilla. You don't have these issues with Sexy Red. I think Glorilla.
Oh, I don't know. They said she did coke on stream now. They said she did
Glorilla was only just recently, I think a couple years back with Kai, over a misunderstood cha-cha-cha reaction, and then they squashed that beef. And then even then, that wasn't an on-stream thing. That was about, yo, gang, what the fuck you hating on my song for? So, and we had that on separate conversation, I think even here. But at the end of the day, it depends on the artist per se more than the genre of, more than the job occupation of rapper and streamer. That's why I'm still like, at the end of the day, I'm always going to keep saying I detest the fact that niggas are sitting there talking about, but they're a rapper, let them smoke. Gang, just don't be a dick. I guarantee you Snoop Dogg would have been like, oh, all right, cool. Go outside real quick. Be right back. I guarantee you. I guarantee you the nigga known for smoking would have walked out, smoked, and then came back in. Or been like, all right, that's for sure. And just deaded the blunt for a little bit. I promise you. It's not that serious.
I'm not gonna lie. I slightly disagree with something you said. I don't give a fuck how many times people can come to my house. I don't give a fuck how many times you've seen me smoke on stream in my crib. If I actually don't smoke, don't smoke.
Oh yeah, absolutely, for sure.
I don't give a fuck. If you go to Zia shit on his stream and you see him smoke on stream, if Zia says don't smoke, my nigga, don't smoke. That's that nigga's crib. This nigga, old man Jenkins bum ass is in the chat. I don't know. This nigga special needs.
What you call that nigga?
Niggas is no. Genuinely, his name is Old Man Jenkins.
His
this nigga's
name
dead
is
ass.
Old Man Jenkins.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
shit.
name is
All
actually
right.
Old Man Jenkins. He's actually special needs. I think he's on the spectrum. Niggas is dead ass. Y'all ain't never smoked in a B&B? No,
not
dickhead.
their-
If they ask, even if it was my B&B, if the policy is don't smoke or it's a fine, I'ma just smoke outside. I don't give a fuck how rich I am. Why the fuck would I want to pay a fine? Do you know what kind of dickhead mentality that is? I got it. I can pay it. That's stupid.
Can I address this? Can I address that too? Just the logistics of that. Legitimate was not the word. Yeah, gang. That's pretty stupid, as Damo said. I'm not gonna call you on the spectrum yet, but I'll say that that's pretty stupid because it's not necessarily on the tier of the no-fly list, but doing bad shit in a B&B, racking up fines in the B, it's just something you don't want to do. Because the next time you try to book a B&B, they're gonna tell you, wait, nigga, you set off a fucking smoke detector 3 times. I don't give a fuck how much you paid the shit off. Fuck you. So, yeah, no, gang. It's not something you want to continuously do. Just go outside. It's genuinely not that hard.
You know what I've been thinking about this whole time? And I know y'all still trying to have conversations about crackheads with crackheads. They all crackheads, brother.
Yeah, we glossed over that as well. It is a micro point.
I don't give a fuck about that. I'm thinking more along the lines of what traditional form of television or regular media is still the dominant form of media. Like, people might have the argument that Twitter has taken over, CNN and whatever other news outlet because you could just get the news faster. The updates are realer in real time. We already talked about the sports aspect. I think that traditional sports media is cooked compared to the new age sports media. It's looking like, from a music perspective, at least from a rap perspective, that's getting cooked. Like, it's this new age has come in. Maybe game shows. Mr. Beast is probably changing a lot of that, but potentially game shows. And then I don't think they'll ever truly take over traditional sports. So
they won't take over the movies.
Yeah, TV shows and movies. I don't think you'll ever. Well, yeah. You might find exceptions, but for the majority of the high quality shit is always gonna
dating shows. I think dating shows will still forever. As much as I love Pop
Islands,
those are gonna
take. That'll always stay. Yeah,
reality TV was always
stand-up comedy will always stay. I don't ever see it, that'd be the one
where
stand-up comedy.
No, hold on. Let me keep talking because y'all about to talk over me.
Alternative to stand-up comedy.
No, hold on. Y'all about to talk over me. I can maybe see a world where someone who's really fucking funny goes live and there's a chat in the corner and they're just telling jokes for 2 hours and hitting and go live. But I don't think that will have the appeal, as Damo is shaking his head. I don't think that will ever quite have the appeal as selling out an arena and doing comedy.
So, but this is my counter to
it. The district thing. It's not working. I'm sorry.
But I'll say this because I think me and B Souls are about to say the same thing. There's 2 points in this. One, I think what a comedian is has totally changed.
No, that regardless. We can talk about because like a couple years ago, it's gonna sound like hate. It's not hate. Shut up, chatter. A couple years ago, a nigga like Drewski's not a comedian. They're
Not
like,
a comedian.
Yeah, he's not a comedian. Now, Drewski, Kyle, I'm just naming niggas, Desi, whoever the fuck you think is funny, they're comedians. So
Country Wayne, Country Wayne, and if I know there's differences, but I'm specifically talking about from a monetary standpoint. Country Wayne makes more money than any black comedian that I know that's not named Kevin Hart. And I'm not even, I don't know if you consider Nick Cannon still in that category, but he literally makes more money than any black comedian not named Kevin Hart. But the alternative to that is, I don't even think the stand-up special matters anymore. What matters is the TikTok videos.
No.
I see what you're going for. I don't think I agree, but I see what you're going for. Yeah, I see what you're trying to get off. I hear you. I just disagree.
I mean, there's always been a distinct difference between sketch comics, internet comedians, and then like real deal stand-up comedians. Yeah. Country Wayne was able to be a real deal stand-up comedian because he actually did stand-up comedy. That same thing with Desi Banks. These guys that are able to cross over and just be comedians, they had to go up there and actually do it. There is no guy. Drewski's the only one that gets. He's still considered an internet comedian. I don't think people are considering him a regular comedian because he doesn't do actual stand-up.
In the comedy world, I think a stand-up comedian would be like, he's not a comedian, but I do think a lot of people in chat right now. Hey, quick question: y'all think Drewski is a comedian? Back then, 2014, they're saying no. Well, now they're saying yes.
I mean, I guess I'm not gonna speak for the masses. I'm gonna just speak for me. I'm not gonna speak for the masses. If niggas say he's a comedian now compared to then, cool. My standards have been the same that like they were back then. An internet comedian is an internet comedian, sketch comic, whatever, and then you have comedians. Drewski is, I can say he's an exception because of everything he's been able to do, but I still wouldn't say he's a comedian.
My point was, like, if a stand-up comedian was to do a special, the comparison, the difference between dropping that on YouTube or on Netflix, maybe Netflix still has the edge right now, but I do think we're heading in a space where dropping that whole bitch on YouTube would just have the same reach.
And my thing was even the idea of comedian, just what the outlooks are and what people strive for. I think the last thing that the two things that were prominent when we were growing up, when we were younger, was I'm gonna be in a comedy movie, I'm gonna do stand-up comedy. Now those are literally the two last things that people want to do, and what's coming forefront is internet comedian, is podcaster, is just any internet sketch, whatever the case may be, as opposed to those things. And I see you making this face. Dama, let me ask you this. When is, like, name two of the most recent, like, comedy movies in the style of what we knew when we were growing up. And I'm talking about
a crazy way to strengthen your.
I'm about to say, yeah, you had to be very specific.
Well, even then, I think there are movies that are funny, but I'm talking about straight up comedy. Because the role that you used to do, you go SNL, right? Or you do your little stand up comedian route. You go SNL or one of the sketch comedy shows, and then you end up in one of these comedic movies like Scary Movie, Balls of Fury, Fury or whatever. You might do a little television show. Like that's one of the routes. You either do the television but I'm talking about Steve Carell's. I'm talking about the Will Ferrell's, like the movies that they used to be featured into, Craig Robinson, stuff like that. Even Bernie Mac.
They're not as many. I mean, they're still comedies, but they're more prevalent with shows now. So especially because of the streaming services, everything is more shows. And I mean, it's nigga, you can toss a rock outside and hit a fucking show on a streaming service that will fall into that category, like it was back then for them with movies. But I mean,
they're not hitting.
I mean, I guess, yeah, from a traditional sense of box office hits, cool. But I mean, in terms of quality and funny, they're still good. But I mean, I don't disagree with you. I mean, shit, times have changed and niggas are going about it differently. I was making the faces because of a simple fact. You can't name me the internet comedian that has not moved to stand up to elevate. Name me the internet.
Yeah, like hasn't tried to do stand up. Yeah.
Kyle, whatever, Drewski's doppelganger.
Ben the Don.
The nigga you don't like?
Yeah, Ben the Don.
Yeah, I was just naming niggas, by the way. Those are not my top three.
I don't. I feel like. Okay, I'm sorry. Ben the Don, Kyle nigga. Who else?
Trey Rags.
Shit. Has Trey Rags done stand up?
Yeah,
Trey Rags.
Has he?
I mean, and again, we're talking about a lot of two of the niggas we talked about, two of the niggas you named, we have talked about in this pod having a very iron ceiling about what they can do. So
Wait, but what's the what's the question?
I'm
Maybe
asking because again, the guys that the people that end up taking that next step, how you just said, oh, the goal was to be a stand-up comedian, be in the comedy movie, so you know you made it. The people that are trying to make it for real, they end up doing that. They end up taking the role in the show, or they end up doing comedy. A lot of the guys, DC Young Fly, Country Wayne, Desi Banks even tried it. A lot more people are still pushing towards the traditional route so they can make it versus guys like Drewski. And a lot of people are saying, yo, Drewski's tried stand up. Kyle does stand up. I know what they're saying, Kyle. He's acting, but
well,
most people say Drewski tried it. It's just not for him.
Just what they envision success is, though. Like,
and
that doesn't necessarily mean it's the next step. Like, let's keep it in the NBA space. There's a lot of NBA YouTubers that are trying to get on ESPN or TNT, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's actually going to elevate their platform, at least in my opinion.
But what are they doing to try to do it, though?
To get on ESPN and stuff like that?
Yeah, what avenues are they taking to try to get on ESPN?
I have an answer.
I don't know.
Trying to do more traditional media type things instead of being themselves. So interviewing players, being color commentators on games on platforms like Playback, switching up their editing style or their flow, or whatever. Ultimately, Albini was on here talking about that, how there was this point in time where he tried to go the nice way because everybody was saying Kenny was talking nice, so that's how you do it. And Albini was like, I hate that. So they do it, and I would even agree. I would even argue, and I'm not gonna argue because I want to move on, but I would even argue that a lot of these people do the stand-up route, and it honestly makes it worse. I think it even ruins their trajectory.
Yeah,
the momentum. I should say
something. I wanted to say something that's actually kind of ironically in your favor. I just didn't want to intervene in y'all discussion, but I think it's funny. Like when we were asking, yo, is Drewski a comedian? And then chat's going, is RDC a comedian? Is Tony a comedian? All these other things. If we were to poll it up right now, and people were to agree with Damo, and they were to say, yeah, Drewski is not a comedian still, Sage. Like, that was fucking stupid. That low-key, unironically proves, like, how powerful this creator space shit truly is, and niggas don't know it. Because the idea that a character like Drewski or RDC or whatever are being considered as comedians, and at the end of the day, these are just niggas that are hitting the go live button, uploading YouTube, and they're just funny, is very crazy. That nowadays that is what a comedian is even potentially not necessarily seen as, but they're recognized to a degree as funny on the internet. I think it's kind of wild that you don't even need like an official label on something to be revered in that field, if that makes sense.
But that's always how, and I listen, I won't sit here and argue.
Yeah, I hope I said that the right way, but
no, I feel you. But since the beginning of time, funny niggas, that's always been tied to comedian at a certain point. If you want to get paid for being funny, niggas will at least put you in a box of, well, eventually you're gonna be a comedian, right? Or they'll push you towards trying to be a comedian, trying to do comedy. That's just the nature of the game. Even people that act in funny movies, the ones that strictly just act in movies and are funny, they eventually switch it up and try to do more serious roles, more dramatic roles, more try to do something different, because all you're gonna do is, I'm gonna be this funny ass character, but niggas are gonna want you to get pushed towards being a comedian. That's always been a thing. So with the internet, niggas just created another avenue for funny people to be funny and get monetary gain from it. But it goes back to the same old question that's been there since the beginning of time with funny niggas. When are you gonna do? You funny? Cool. You funny here. You getting kikis, ha-has. When are you gonna do stand up?
I don't even think people are asking that no more. I'll be honest with you.
Niggas are still asking that.
And I think where I'm at is niggas need where I'm at is if you're that person that's like you're funny and someone's like, when are you gonna do stand up? I think what these creators need to realize is, gang, I don't have to do stand up. For example, he got tired of it, but the NPC nigga, the Miles Morales dude, again, I wouldn't classify him as a comedian. This is what I was trying to say, so maybe I said it wrong first time. I wouldn't classify him as a comedian, right? But everyone knew NPC Miles Morales, and everybody recognized, oh, Hood Miles, NPC Miles, he's funny. At the end of the day, yeah, he's not a comedian, but he was well renounced as being a funny guy on the internet, and I think he's been pretty successful thus far. That's kind of where I'm like, damn, Do you really even need to be seen as a like traditional comedian or a traditional rapper if you want to make music and stream that shit, or a traditional actor if you want to have YouTube videos, things like that? Does that shit even matter, low key? That's what I'm trying to necessarily
all.
get at.
And Sage, I agree with you, and that's ultimately what I'm saying. That's what the new wave is going to go to. I'm not gonna lie, Damo, you saying that, and I get it. Somebody's gonna say it. People, there's gonna be a collective of people after Drewski, especially when he did his whole could have been tour. People are not gonna be asking this. This is not gonna be a question no more. This isn't even. There's gonna be a whole generation that even comes up, because you still gotta think about it. Drewski still grew up in an era where the stand-up comedian was still, revered. The kids that are growing up now, that's not the case for them.
Yeah, they don't watch stand-up comedy. So, and that was going to be my point to Sage's point. That's why I said, no, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, because they created a new avenue for niggas that are funny to be funny in their own way and not go the traditional way. There's going to be a whole generation of people who don't even watch stand-up comedians, because if they want to laugh, they're going to turn on a stream, they're going to turn on
TikTok,
a Drewski, a Ben, or whatever,
Reels,
and watch them. They're going to turn one of those guys on to laugh. Pause. That's what they're gonna do. They're not gonna look for a comedian. So I do agree with you, Sage. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah, someone in chat just, I guess to tie a bow on it, someone in chat just said it doesn't matter, but they can't claim the title. I guess that's something I can accept.
That'll be you. And I ain't gonna lie, Ty, and not even trying to be funny. You're like 30. But so no, not even trying to be funny. But like, I'm thinking about. I remember going to school, and I'm gonna sound like an unk here. I remember going to school. She said, "You ain't got no nipple." My teacher said that. I remember quoting the Kevin Hart. I remember quoting the Cat Williams, Po Lil Tink Tink. I remember cutting on the television and Bernie Mac was. I remember that, and I'm thinking about the kid today that's grown up, and literally their versions of the comedians were. Their versions of the comedians were. I'm tired.
What's your mom doing? Dave
Chappelle and transgender jokes, or the other comedians that can't even say nothing no more. Can't even say nothing no more. I know they cutting that shit off, and I know they saying to themselves, "We going this way." But it's happened with all the same thing with rap. Like same thing with basketball. It's not the mid. The shit is not the mid range shot. It's a three, and for rap, it's not about the lyrics. It's about getting the beat off. So.